Great news! Tomorrow I'm going to Stricker's Grove with Mark. And some people might not know what Stricker's Grove is. And Stricker's Grove is a place that usually have picnics for usually companies with rides, games, and that stuff. But usually it's open for companies, but a few times in the year they have it's open for the public. And you might not know what Mark is. Mark is my friend. I knew him since I was 6. And pretty much ever since then, he's on my side. We don't talk as much, but tomorrow we're actually going to Stricker's Grove together. And you might be wondering if Stricker's Grove is good, and I would say it's good, even with our family tradition. Well, the tradition will be different this year because, unfortunately, if you knew earlier this year, unfortunately, my grandpa passed due to a very bad health. He died because he honestly had a lot of problems, and then a few minutes later, he was no longer with us. But at least he's with us in our heart. But anyway, it's different because he's not alive anymore. And it's kind of gonna be a little difficult for me, but I know that he's in my heart, and I'm glad that I had Grandpa on my side. But still, Mark is taking me to Stricker's Grove, and you might be wondering, are you gonna make a video about Stricker's Grove? And the answer is yes. This is actually today's video. Stricker's Grove stories. I think I might have told 1 or 2 stories about Stricker's Grove, maybe. I need to look back. I don't remember if I told any Stricker's Grove stories. And if I repeat any Stricker's Grove stories, well, you get to hear it again. Congratulations. But anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna start out with my very favorite thing Stricker's Grove that ever happened to me. So I was 3 or 4 at the time when this happened, but I was young, and at the time I was so scared of heights, I didn't want 1 foot off the ground for me. But anyway, I was riding it so many times, and this old guy, probably in his 50s or 60s, maybe early 70s, I don't remember. I remembered, and after that story happened, I don't know what happened to him, a few years later, if he, quit or retired or got sick, I don't know, but this happened. So it was pretty much why I said, riding the train over and over again. And then this conductor that I told you, he went to me and said, "Hey, do you want to toot the train?" And if you're wondering what a train makes, it's toot toot and choo choo. It's for a little kid. Sorry, it's just I want to get that out of my system. But anyway, so I actually toot the horn, and the horn ends up being the train. So yeah, I did that. Still to this day. And then when I was like after that, my mom somehow got very upset, and I still don't know why. And to this day, I don't know if my mom still does it. I don't remember why my mom was mad about it. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't think my mom will remember it. I don't think. But I do remember that story, how I toot the train. But it's pretty cool. Here's another memory that I had. And this actually happened last year. So, pretty much there's one ride called Tip Top. It's like the teacups, from Magic Kingdom. And similar to Cargo Loco. Well, these teacups are a bit different. They have like a thing that they go there's like a platform you go on to get to your teacups. The platform, like, you go spinning round and round, and there's a certain point that the platform just goes up in a little angle, like 20, like, it's a little angle, like, not, like, too scary. It's not 90 degrees. It's, like, mostly, like, my guess, 20 to 30, maybe. As my brother, he's the valedictorian. But, like, still. For a lot of years, that scared me. Like, the ride itself scared me. Especially the noise it makes. And I was terrified as a kid. So for many years, I decided, nope, not riding it. No, I'm not riding it. And there was one point my Jonathan tried to force me, but I convinced, like, I got Andy's help, and at the end, he did not make me ride that. Until last year, like, Jonathan unfortunately got a very bad ear infection and didn't go to Sugar's Grove. And I kind of definitely felt bad for him. So to honor him, I rode on Tornado, the tallest roller coaster in that part, like, in the whole picnic area. But there was one point, like, I just go, the teacups doesn't look that bad in my perspective. So I asked Andy, hey, do you want to go on teacups with me? And yeah, we usually call them teacups because they look like teacups. And honestly, he said sure. And then when we got on it, he said, do you want to spin very fast or no spin? I said yes, please. I love spinning, right? I'm actually very immune to I don't know why, but is this a superpower still? I'm still don't know if this is my actual superpower in real life, or like a very good gift, or like some talent, or I just gained it. But I'm pretty immune to dizziness. There's only a few exceptions when I don't go on those rides because I get very lightheaded. But it's like, that's one ride. That's Queen City Stunt Coaster. That gets me dizzy. Like, not really dizzy, but that gets me very lightheaded for some reason. This happened a few years ago with the Queen Stunt Coaster, City Stunt Coaster. That's at Kings Island. But, like, I'm still used to I used to call it Batlon Stone Coaster. Even though with the name change, I still call it Batlon Stone Coaster. But I used to ride that a lot, but, like, I stopped doing it after it got me, like, I don't know what happened, if I didn't drink that much, or, like, what happened, but, like, I got I saw, like, blue and purple, like, for a second. Like, I think I, like, passed out or, like, got lightheaded. I don't know the reason why it happens. and how it happened, and that's why I stopped writing it for a long time. But anyway, so yeah, I'm very immune to dizziness. But anyway, I'm gonna say I wrote it and it was very fun. I wrote it many times, including just like people, random cousins, random people who are actually cousins, and we rode with it, and yeah, it was fun. And here's my last story. And this last story happened like pretty much a lot of times now. But actually I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite stories that my brother or Andy told me. And if you're wondering who Andy is, he's my uncle who takes that comes with us usually. But anyway, this is my favorite story that they told me. This has happened a long time ago, and this is the last story before this video ends. But anyway, they told me that one time it actually also revolves in the Tip Top. So a long time ago, like maybe a few years ago, I don't know how many years ago, but like I was riding another ride. I don't remember what ride. I think maybe like teacups or something, or a little kitty ride. I don't know. But like my uncle not Douglas, my uncle Andy, Jonathan, Samantha, my cousin, and Dominic, he's also my cousin. They were just like going to ride the teacups. They met when they were on the ride. When the ride started, it was pretty much they span very fast. And I actually don't know if Samantha or I don't remember, but I knew like a lot of people know. Like actually maybe it could be just Andy. I don't remember, but they told me this like they actually span that fast, very fast, but in like around the middle of the ride, Dominic accidentally fell out of his seat. And to warn you, it's not like those theme parks that you go, oh no. They, somebody fell out of the ride. No. He fell into his seat because they span that fast. And to warn you, it doesn't have seatbelts, but they do have things that, hold you. But for some reason, they span a little too fast that, Dominic accidentally fell into the seat. But don't worry, like, with the coworker looking, like, he got back up. But simply, he accidentally fell into his seat. But at least he's okay. To warn you, he's okay. He's in good minor condition. And yeah. And they did not get in trouble. It was on accident. And this is like a long time back. This didn't happen recently. That was like a long time ago. But anyway, these stories are real to tell you. And yeah, this is the end of the video. Here's the bets for the week. And I hope you have a great day. Season 3 is coming up very soon, so I hope you stick around. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the day, and good night, everyone. Bye!